Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Our party is convening on kind of the central area of Baldur's Gate. We're going to try to do Astarion's quest today. We had some vampires show up at our camp and try to kidnap him because they are trying to complete a ritual. We also saw some people outside of the city, in the upper city, that couldn't believe that we were traveling with Astarion and wanted us to go into this vampire den and take care of them once and for all. So there are a few motivators to get in here. I thought initially that this shop over here was going to be our main entrance because they had like skulls with red eyes on the door. I think that's just a coincidence. Using this lookout tower, we're able to climb up onto the walls here and look at that. The Tsar Palace South Tower. I believe this is the way we are supposed to go. I have kitted out Astarion just a little bit. He's using Zen's old weapon in his offhand, as well as Orin the Red's main weapon in his main hand. He has Knock as well as Dimension Door on his gloves and boots. And then Spell Amplification, which is giving him another spell slot for a level 2. He is an Arcane Trickster, and he, even at level 12, only has 3 spell slots for level 2. We also gave him Invisibility and Blur on that ring, so he doesn't have to use any of his spell slots for that. And I figured I'd just let him kind of lead the charge here.
I can sneak in here.
He's expected, so security shouldn't be too tight. I imagine he's going to be welcome in with open arms, but I don't know for sure, or really even where we're going. Hello?
Master Astarion. But the time is almost here. You should be at the ritual.
You're right.
Hurry. The palace is being sealed. You must not be late. You must not anger the master.
I'll be right there, Astarion says with a smile on his face.
Be quick.
Now, our intent, right now at least, unless something changes my mind, is to kill the master and set Astarion free. There are also other vampire spawn. It says I'm sneaking, or like that's an illegal action to open this door. The other vampire spawn have to be here for this ritual as well, and I believe there's 7 of them in total, including Astarion. Apparently, the ritual that turned them into vampires several hundred years ago is about to be undone. I don't fully understand the context here. We're just gonna walk in and see how this goes.
That's suspiciously welcoming.
Yeah, it's not locked. We could just come right on in. Oh, I love the bats in the entryway. Okay, so I will admit right now, I am afraid of vampires. I have a very obvious bias. And I'm going to try to set that aside as we're going through here. But that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. That's a sinister door right there with an arcane lock. Should we talk to people? Hey.
The master is pure. His palace must be pure. No stain, no smudge, no taint. Pure.
Pure, yeah. Okay, so don't leave a mess, or she's gonna have to clean it up, it seems like. Can I just walk through these curtains? It looks like I can. They're just here for show. What do you think is behind this sinister door? It is impossible to lockpick, but Astarion, can he interact with it?
The door to Cazador's ballroom, where he hosted his most hedonistic nights. You've never seen it closed, let alone locked before.
A little odd, isn't it?
Covered in intricate text, but you can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small, round hollow engraved with the Tsar family crest.
Examine the hollow of the door with investigation. We need a 15. With guidance, we roll a 19. So we should be able to tell something.
The indentation seems to be the right size and shape to fit a signet ring bearing the family crest. Only a few people wear such a ring. Cazador and Godi, your old kennel master.
So if we want to get in there, we're going to need to acquire one of those rings somehow. Try to decipher the text on the door, Astarion. He still has guidance. We need a 25 for this one. Which we do not get. We have to roll a 20 in order to be able to get that, and then get a max roll on guidance as well.
Writing means nothing to you. You can't even recognize the script.
Yeah, that one's not going to happen. We'll go ahead and take our leave. So we need a signet ring to get in there. You wouldn't think You don't think they're hiding buttons behind paintings anymore, do you? Not in a vampire palace, right? Chamberlain's office. There's no one actually in here. Maybe they're getting ready for... That's a door! That's just a door! That's 100% a door. How do I get behind the door? Where's the button? I'm gonna turn all the lights off. I don't know why that's always my first go-to solution for unlocking secret things. That didn't do anything. Is it something on the desk, maybe? Does he have a button? Maybe I could just, you know, lock open the unlock the private chamber with a natty 20. And then... Oh, there's a chest in front of it. Do you think they have buttons on the walls? A rosewood casket. Oh, no.
That might be worth a look.
Chamberlain Dufay. Sorry I broke your casket. I just clicked on it. Dufay's diary under the bed. What is that? Diary of Antoine Dufay, Chamberlain of Cazador's Palace. The final page of the diary reads, I know enough about what the master has in mind with his ritual that I refuse to be a stand-in for that missing brat, Astarion. Even if Cazador finds my body, the potion Bonecloaks sold me is promised to provide a convincing illusion of death, especially since I'll leave behind a lookalike potion of acid poison. My only regret is dear Lariana, but I simply cannot trust her with the secret of my one chance of escape. When the potion wears off, Cazador will have ascended, that's not good, and will have need of my services, or he will be no more, and mastery of the palace will fall to me. So it's a fake death? Well, it certainly is a convincing death. That looks very convincing. I can't shove him. Oh, I can. But that doesn't do anything. Attacking him doesn't seem to do anything. And I'm no closer to opening this door. Heading downstairs now. Maybe I should let Astarion lead here, just to be on the safe side.
That door is saturated with necrotic magic.
Yep.
Distance.
That is definitely... It has a sinister seal on it. Look at that. Only 24 HP. Is anyone around? Yep. I was going to start swinging on it. Once again, this has to be a door.
Cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall.
With more caskets in here as well.
Little cell he throw us into when displeased.
Why are you trying to ambush me? What if I just leave? Does he not know that I saw the ambush?
Everything must be perfect.
Okay. Wait, door to the kennel. Is that the kennel master? Because he would have the signet ring, right? We're about to be ambushed anyway, so Zen sneaks into the room and starts things off with a great sneak attack. If I have advantage, we do 7 more piercing damage. So that's a pretty good hit to start things off. We're then going to swing with Karlach. Recklessly. Swing again. And, well, only 1 more point of damage needs doing. So let's do it. Nice ambush. And key to the kennel, as well as the Sar family ring. We're going to send that over to Astarion.
Signet ring. I've never seen it up close.
Well, now we can open the door.
Here, in the same language as on the ballroom door. Not that I can read a word of it.
Oh, so the ballroom door is the same writing on it as that ring does. Well, it's a sinister seal, but it's not locked.
It feels so weak. There's necrotic magic at work here.
Oh my god. Victoria in the center of the room. This looks like what happens when Gale dies. There's a chest right there, though. So, I mean...
Can't keep me out.
might as well try. We'll add guidance. Shouldn't need it. We rolled a 30. That's double what we needed. What's inside? The Helmet of Grit. When the wearer has 50% hit points or less, they have an additional bonus action. Holy crap. And then the scroll of flesh to stone. We'll take all that. Close the door. End our turn. And walk away. Zen just took a little bit of a hit. He'll be fine. Astarion with the signet in hand. In fact, Willie will equip it to make things official. Goes up to the sinister door.
Door remains sealed, with naught to see but strange writing and a small hollow.
Press the Sar signet against the hollow in the door.
The ring slots perfectly into place, but nothing happens. However, you get a feeling from the door, as if it expects something else. A strange writing on the door glints in the candlelight. Perhaps it's significant.
I do have a cantrip of light. We can put that on Astarion, maybe? And then have Astarion approach? Maybe it's an issue there's too much light?
The door remains sealed, with naught to see but...
Press the ring.
The ring slots perfectly into place. A strange writing on the door glints in the candlelight. Perhaps it's significant.
Perhaps I need to understand how to read this. The Kazakurian dictionary we use to train new servants on how to operate the ballroom door has gone missing, and my signet ring alone won't do the job. Please have the servants sort this out. It shouldn't be a problem. This was found in the desk of that office where I was trying to figure out how to open a door. The servants and I are thoroughly busy preparing for the master celebration. Get your bones out of the kennel and search every chamber on the vampire spawn level. And find that book. Okay. The dorm area has a bunch of chests, but that's about it. I think I'm hearing a conversation through the floor. And there's nothing in this room where Shadowheart's getting scared either that has anything to do with a dictionary. The only other thing on this floor level would be that room that had all of the necrotic energy coming out of it. And that was actually cutting away at Zen pretty quickly. There's a few desks we can check out. So Astarion's going to walk up to the doorway, and he's going to cast Mage Hand in the corner. We're then going to take over that Mage Hand and then use it to look around instead, but it can't open everything. Zen could shadow step into the room, perhaps, and dodge some of that necrotic damage. We need a bit more darkness for me to be able to do that, though. And there's a chandelier at the top of the room, so that may not even be doable. We could try just jumping over it with Astarion. Okay, he took 8 damage. That could have been a lot worse.
We entertained our guests here until Cazador appeared and took them away. But
you entertained our guests here.
Like this. Whatever happened to that girl, it wasn't good.
Before I was Dalraya, vampire spawn, slave of Cazador, I was Dr. Dyrala, physician, general to the Parliament of Baldur's Gate. Spawn or no, I'm still a doctor, and I will not submit to this lowly status. The others say vampirism is a curse, but in my educated opinion, it's a disease, and therefore must be vulnerable to medical treatment. I believe a massive infusion of fresh, youthful blood may overwhelm the vampirism infection and enable my body to heal. There's one potential source of such blood here, Victoria. As the as-yet pure-blooded daughter of Leon Anafurio. Leon was a sorcerer before he was a vampiric slave, and he warned us not to prey upon Victoria, as he has imbued her with a counter curse in the event of an attack, and it will make her a necrotic booby trap, as it were. I think Leon is bluffing. I don't think he's bluffing. Oh, dictionary in the corner. The book is a dictionary of the ancient Khazora-Kurian language from the distant land of Karatur. Flipping through the pages, you find certain words and phrases underlined. Open, enter, beware, forbidden, and sealed.
I know this Kozakura. It's the same dusty old language on the Tsar's signet ring.
And now we might just have a way in. I mean, I could use Dimension Door to get back over there, but I can only use it once every long rest. So why don't we just make this turn-based, walk in a little bit, take a little damage, and then jump over to the door. Okay, not scratch-free, but pretty close. Pretty close.
On my way.
Astarion approaches the door.
The door remains sealed, with naught to see but strange writing and a small hollow. Looking closer, you recognize the writing. It's the same Kozakuran script from the dictionary you found.
Yes, press in the signet ring and then read the door's inscription aloud.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
Oh, so that's why she was afraid of wolves.
Fresh meat, then.
Oh my God.
All we can eat.
Oh my God.
And raw.
It seems as though these wolves have ripped apart everyone in here. That's a party guest. That's a party guest. This is what was going to happen to that girl we found in the sewers. Astarion enters the room. Is this normal around here?
Runaway spawn. The master's scent is all over you.
Who are you?
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
Oh. Oh, that's how this is going. That's how this is going. Why did that wolf sprint to the other side of the room? Every enemy is against Astarion. Why would they run away? Well, Astarion is going to move back towards the doorway. He is now going to cast Cloud of Daggers in front of the doorway. Right about there. And then he's going to close the door. The door is locked, and you can't close it. Okay, with the rest of my movement, I will try to just scurry on around this corner. Now, that dagger cloud isn't the strongest AoE we have, but it's a level 2 spell, so Astarion can cast it. It might be in my best interest to put a darkness on that as well with Zen. Hide the fact that there is a trap there, and hopefully the enemies just run through it. Zen is going to crouch down in the shadows as well and just try to hide right there. Karlach's just going to move up to the door. And we're not going to ask too much out of Shadowheart. She did enter combat, but at the very end of the turn order. We'll see how these guys react to this. Lots of dashes coming our way, and here they come into the dagger swarm. Most of those enemies so tiny, though, that they just walked right across. Well, Shadowheart enters the room as far in as she can go, and we are going to see her cast the insect plague right on the doorway. That way, if any more enemies want to move through, this is just out of range of hitting Zen. That's perfect placement. If any more enemies want to run through, they're going to have to deal with that. And for some reason, the door closed. Okay. I'm also going to summon a spiritual weapon. We'll just make it a spear. We'll move it off to the side. And that spiritual weapon will have us, give us a little bit more help with clearing out a lot of these little guys. The weapon swings and misses on the first enemy next to it, and that looks like it's going to end our turn. Now some of the vampire helpers are moving into this area. Is that why the door closed? Is it because they're mad at me? Were they not mad at me at the start? I didn't hit one of them, right? I don't think I did. Well, I hope the insect plague on the other side of the wall is doing relatively okay. Here comes one of the wolves right into the daggers, but he can't go too much further. He stops right in front of Zen. We are going to see Astarion look around as more copies of himself begin to fill the room. Then we're going to do an offhand strike on the giant rat and hopefully finish that off. Astarion will get in a nice 1v1 there. Zen is going to help clear out some of these rats that are surrounding Karlach. We don't need to add our crit to any of these. This is totally fine. Couple swings there. And then we will do an offhanded strike on this one. Disadvantage for some reason, but we still connect anyway. Karlach on her turn is just going to move more central with the door if she can after taking down a few more of these rats. Reckless attack on the flying one. It's a bat, I know. And here we go on the other. Because we killed those targets, we then have a great weapon swing that I can use to kill off another rat. And then we'll kind of hold right in front of the doorway here so that any wolf that moves forward is dealing with Karlach first and foremost. It seems as though a lot of the smaller animals have been taken down, and an athletics check failed as this enemy tried to push Karlach into the blade storm. The retaliation damage was enough to take her down. Well, Shadowheart is going to approach Astarion at his side and swing with her weapon. We're then going to use the pull arm bonus action to hit for 4 more and end our turn. The spiritual weapon is going to fly to the other side of the room. I don't know if it's going to have any more movement. I do not, so it's going to hold right there. The wolf takes 7 damage, tries to close the door, and then opens them again. Bites Karlach for 13. These guys don't seem too keen on running into that, so we're going to sneak attack with Astarion. Shadowheart's close by, enabling us to... Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, that was 50 damage. Woo! Astarion's going to sneak with a bonus action. Zen is going to sneak attack the Blood Fang that did approach. Good hit there, and then we're just going to hide around this corner. Karlach's going to... I tried to close the door again. It looks like I am able to, and we're going to end our turn there. However, I feel as though our ambush has been too good, and these guys aren't dashing in fast enough. We are starting to see some damage happen, 21 damage, as they enter the insect swarm on the other side of the door. I see no reason to not keep doing what I'm doing. The door opened again randomly. Again, no one did that. I'm going to try to close it on Astarion. And I want these wolves to approach the door, not just see what they could see through the other side. Even though there's darkness in the way, and technically I don't think they would be able to see anything. Seems as though most of them are just trying to close the gap right now. Although the insect swarm does do damage on the other side. We can't move this, right? No. That would be recasting it again. How much longer? It's just as long as I want it to be there, huh? Well, let me drop Zen's darkness, which will at least give them the means of walking towards me, right? They can see where the door is, and we'll see if that has any effect. I'll just go ahead and end all of these. The wolf is dashing perfectly into the insect swarm. He hits the cloud of daggers as well. And here we go. This is the situation we wanted. Their movement ends right on the other side, so they're not going to be able to get any more attacks off on the friendly team. At least this turn. That guy jumping through might change that, though. Jumps a bonus action, and there we go. Claws starting to hit Karlach. Well, we are going to... I've been meaning to do this for a long time. Let's try the Edge of Darkness attack here. Create a cloud of darkness while you attack. That sounds really cool. It would cause them to not be able to see my team. Yeah, that's sick. Divine Poison as well. Does that take my concentration? No, it doesn't. We're still focused on the insect swarm, but we just did a bunch of damage to that guy with that hit. I think it's the next 3 attacks are going to be making that darkness cloud every single time. So it's not full darkness. It's not covering the whole door. They still see a way of entering this, and they're still trying to. The Blade of Daggers stopping him in his tracks. We're going to see Astarion swing on the closest werewolf, taking him down, then moving to the side. Zen on his turn is going to step into the middle of the room, and if he can, I don't think he can. No, it's had path interrupted and invalid target. Why do I have to move up there for it? I could clearly see his arm. Okay, Zin's not going to do anything if I have to move up. Karlak's going to hold, and we'll let these guys approach a little bit closer. Karlak not raging, so she is going to take full damage from this. But Shadowheart moves up with an attack, moving into her own concentration effects and dealing damage to herself. Luckily, Warcaster held on to that. I did have another follow-up attack that I could have done, but we'll let the spiritual weapon do it. It connects for 12 and takes down the next werewolf. Now just White Mist remains, and here they go into the cloud of daggers very, very slowly. Astarion's going to move into the center of the room and attempt a ranged attack. Can I tell Shadowheart to stop it with the clouds? I don't think so. So she can see perfectly fine in this, but no one else can. If we just end our turn, I think the wolf will die on its walk in. And there we go. We can stop all of our concentrations now. Our ability to hold down an area is getting a lot better. So Shadowheart breaks hers, Astarion breaks his. And were these guys invading this place? Do they work for our master? That's kind of up in the air for me at the moment. Key to the ramparts door on that body right there. This is one of the spawn that was attending to the building. Sheet music and flutes in the corner. More party guests thrown about in here. Everybody's going to group up. We're just going to short rest to get some of that health back. This is the office hall. I don't even know where I should be attempting to go yet. Party planner. Wait, is this going to spoil what the party was really all about? Master has ordered a special party, a final feast, he said. This will be my ultimate test, but I am prepared. And I'm sure the guests, both invited and involuntary, will be thrilled to participate. Looks like on the northeastern side, this might be... No, this is just another small area. With a button! What's the button do? I just heard something move. Oh, we're locked in. But there is a ladder. I'm sure we could just press that button to unlock it. Or send Karlak on the button. There's another button here, which lowered another door. This almost looks like the mermaid place. Same kind of wood, same kind of vibe. Obviously, more coffins than I would have thought. Once again, another very narrow hallway. That might... Oh, there's a door there behind some boxes. There's a door here. This feels extremely claustrophobic compared to the castle that we were moving through. But another button. Does that mean another... Oh. Wait, that's 200 gold? Are you kidding? That is 200? If I take that out, does that all look... That is ridiculous. That is... I'm also locked in there with all that gold. Let's try to get Astarion out. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Karlak's going to remove these boxes. Oh, it's a button. It wasn't a door. Oh, but it opened a door. This is at least a little more spacious. I don't think that this is where the head vampire is going to be hanging out. But another ladder leads even further away from where the party was taking place. This is a dusty attic. It's making me itch just thinking about it. I have a terrible dust allergy. We find a silver key as well as a hand drum. Oh, no, there's an elevator down here. This was leading to the party book that we read earlier. I didn't see this. It's a dais with the vampire insignia above it.
In all your years living in the palace, this is the first time you've ever seen this antiquated elevator.
I think it's the only way forward.
This was Cazador's private wing. No one was ever permitted in here but him. And the poor souls you brought him to feed on. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years. But it seems to be in good working order.
Then we will descend to the depths of the palace. Man, this place just keeps on giving. Some kind of magical door on the north end of the hallway. a waypoint to get back down here just in case we need to leave. This is way more expansive than I thought. And now a crypt gate. Huh. Did these used to connect to the other side and it's just kind of been deteriorated? I kind of wonder what's at that door there. Oh, don't click on the dais again. Sorry. This leads to the same open area, but with the break underneath it. What about the left side? We haven't seen any of that yet. I hear talking up ahead. Another entombing clot is the buff that it has. Can I see what that does? The door is impassable to anyone without the correct ring of passage.
No sweethearts, no.
Well, Astarion put on the ring.
Further savory.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Well, there you go. Put it in. It looks like the charm went away.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
Musty.
Tread lightly.
There's a skull on a pillow in here. That's kind of weird.
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent.
The skull's memories rise and unfold. Let them wash over you.
The skull is all that remains of the vampire Velioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence.
So this is the vampire that made the vampire that then made Astarion his servant. Concentrate on the memory. What was the first lesson? This is going to take a wisdom roll. We have a +1 and guidance, but need a 15. That might get it. Oh, just short. I imagine Astarion has a fair bit of inspiration banked up, though. So let's try it again. 17 this time. Perfect.
Velioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Velioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Velioth drained his friend dry.
Damn. What was the second lesson? The same difficulty on the roll. 21 this time.
Velioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed.
Impaled to the wall for more than a decade? Oh my god. What's the third lesson? This is a 15 again. We roll a 19.
Velioth's third lesson is to act not in haste. A near immortal has time to plan, time to act only when others will pay the price of action. Velioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed.
Oh yeah,
Velioth
hilarious.
recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Velioth's jaws.
Oh,
the skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Velioth is no more.
Could you become a full vampire? Item received the Black Mass Scroll. Astarion reads it. Unfurling the scroll reveals a list of foul rites and rituals detailing all the ways death can be turned into one's advantage, or simply made more interesting. The rite of perfect slaughter, the liturgy of the dead, the sacrament of the damned, and many more strange accursed rituals cover the parchment. The final entry, however, is familiar. The rite of profane ascension. Oh, piteous dead! Oh, ravenous dead! Immortality is your gift, but darkness is your prison, and hunger its gaoler. The rite of profane ascension will release you. Walk in the sun, suffer not from hunger. Grow your power beyond anything you imagined. A pact has been made with the Lord of Hellfire. Deliver unto him several thousand souls, each bearing an infernal mark, and you shall be free of your chains. You shall know true power. Deliver the souls, speak the words. And then this is Latin for the spell down at the bottom. Before we go any further, Zen is going to try to get down to that door. I think we should be able to do that fairly easily. There is no light here at all, but for some reason I can't shadow step. There we go. So what's this way?
These boots have seen everything.
Is this all abandoned? It says I can't reach that destination.
That's curious.
It's another explosive casket like the one we saw in that room earlier. We roll a 20 to disarm it. Definitely a precarious spot to be by yourself. But I think we're doing okay. According to the map, this door on the western side would lead me to my quest objective. I wonder if this is just a different way around. It seems as though the door by Astarion was pretty important. It's marked with the same thing. Let's see if he can open this.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs.
So it needs a signet, and we do that.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
Just as the other one did. There are other units inside of here. Oh, God. They're all dead.
You. I know you.
I recognize that voice. You were in the Blushing Mermaid.
You smiled and joked and got me drunk. You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue. I want to hear you say it again. Say my name.
Sebastian.
You still make it sound so beautiful. You were my first. And my last.
I can put this right. I swear. I'm here to stop the Black Mass. To kill Cazador.
Kill that monster? You can't. It's impossible.
Tell me where he is, and I swear I'll end him.
The Grand Chamber. His staff controls everything. If you can get it, maybe you can free us. Hurry, please.
The Grand Chamber. His staff controls everything. Zen's currently dying because he decided to stand still in fucking acid. That's a little tilting. That's a tilter right there. That's a tilter. While these guys go into the main chamber the normal way, assuming that this is... Yeah, that looks pretty good. So where would Zen be entering from, I wonder? Trying to pick the lock. We need a 30, which is doable. We'll roll again. I have 9 more Thieves' Tools. Do not have guidance. But we roll the natty 20. The lock opens up like it's nothing. And we are through. The Gloomy Ascent is what this is called. Where does this send? Oh, I'm back in the sewers. This is the door we saw, but I didn't know how to open. Okay, that's cool. So even if we were to enter from this area, I still wouldn't be able to access any of the magical doors because we wouldn't have the signet ring. Well, with our entire party gathered together, we begin the walk down to the center of the auditorium. Oh, there he is. Weapon in hand. They said that staff was important.
Neither seen nor heard.
Wait, you can actually sneak up really close. I was like, I'm going to pickpocket him. It's going to be easy. But look at that. You can literally walk right up here. There's no sight lines. Oh, the staff isn't in his inventory. Well, isn't that nice? Astarion's going to steal it anyway, and then back up. So sacrificial lambs are being held on the side of the room, protected by werewolves, bats, and like a ghoul. So not everything here is an undead. It's hilarious how close we are to this, and no one's saying anything. He can only do the ritual with everyone here, right? We kind of just gave him exactly what he wanted. Astarion stands up.
Who stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
I'm not gonna intervene. Keep back. Do not intervene.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything. Every mistake, every slip was punished.
I strove for perfection in all things, even those as imperfect as you. A pity you amounted to so little, despite my efforts.
No! No. Fuck you. And fuck everything you've ever done to me!
That's more like it, dude. That's more like it. We're here to stop the ritual.
The cattle know about things of which they know nothing. This ritual is centuries in the making. Nothing shall stop it now.
That's what you think, you son of a bitch.
Oh! Oh, punch stopped right there.
My power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from...
You know, I'm just saying, if he had a knife, that would have connected.
Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything.
Uh-oh.
But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend.
Oh, that's not good! Oh, Astarion! The runes on his back glowing too.
No! Stop him! Get me out of this!
Okay, I'll do my best. I can.
Witness the birth of the vampire ascendant! Ecce Dominus!
That's the first word of...
If you must, but
Wait. Why has combat not started? Okay, that's very strange.
if you must, but I am only growing stronger.
So, ability drain, sacrificial lamb. He's casting fucking lightning on my entire party. We'll try to absorb some of that damage. That was a lot of damage. He hit Karlach for over 50 there. And then moves off to the side. Let me try to get a lay of the land here. The bats only have 1 HP. The ghouls can be turned. The wolves are a problem. And that was the first line of the ritual spell. Is he still continuing to cast more of the ritual spell? Well, I think to start things off, my best play at the beginning is going to be dropping this potion right next to our dear Shadowheart with Karlach. We're going to crowd that potion with Karlach as well because we got AoE'd together. And now we will break that potion and get healed together. Karlach's going to rage with the rest of her round. And I guess just run straight for the goop over in the corner. The red mist, that's going to be our target. Doesn't look like I can get all the way in range. Oh, unless I do a piercing attack with my weapon. He has very high defense, though. Maybe I should jump over here. Nah, I'll stay in. High defense, we'll try. It's getting me in range anyway. We make it reckless. And I think we will end Karlach's turn right there. Now, the next most important thing that I need to do, I think, is to keep these werewolves away from Shadowheart. Best way I could think of to do that is to put us both in a cloud. Now they shouldn't come here, and everyone should just rush Karlach. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Stench being cast in the corner by one of the ghouls as they then run in after. I don't think they did that in the correct order. Some of the bats are moving towards us now as well. All of the bats are in motion and all heading directly for Karlach. She's raging, so she's going to take half damage from every physical attack here. If anything has any magic components to it, though, she is going to feel that very quickly. I swear to God, if this guy runs into the cloud anyway... Shadowheart did save her fear roll. He got way too close. I'm hoping these other werewolves stick towards Karlach over here. By the way, this looks super sketchy. I hope this is going okay. We brought a very important spell to this fight. Daylight. We can spawn in a daylight sphere wherever we want. And I'm going to put, it says it also dispels all darkness. So this may get rid of our cover. If it does, I'll move back. That's okay. I'm going to put this right next to the vampire, though. That's the goal, like right there. So that did get rid of our cover. It looks like she still can fall back and hide in some of it if she needs to. I'm also going to summon in a weapon up there on the top. Don't like that movement. Do not like that movement. I don't like that movement. And... she's going to run that way. If I had known that's what line of sight was going to do to me, I would have played that a little different. That's a big jump. Saved on the frightened. That's good. And now a caster begins to approach. Psionic backlash. She put Zen to sleep. Well, well, well. What do you know? What do you know? That sucks. So that got rid of my concentration anyway. And now they are running towards Shadowheart. Well, the summoned weapon is going to take a swing at the big vampire. It takes 5 damage from an attack of opportunity, but let's get it in range. Unfortunately, it does miss. He took 20 damage from the light, I believe. Our ritual is nearly complete. Can you feel the profane power? Can you feel that? 42 damage to the back. Karlach is chunking, but so is he, unfortunately, and he just moved really, really far. How do I get out of this one? Karlach's never used this attack before, but Dazzling Ray, we could fire it through a lot of these enemies and deal damage to quite a few of them all in one turn. That would take my entire action, though. Alternatively, we could shoot some acid on the ground right here, deal damage to both of these guys. Oh, maybe just one of them. But still wake up Zen, so he has a turn. That attack of opportunity is fine, as long as this attack works. So we just need to hit Zen. Any damage will do. Perfect. Critical miss, but he still wakes up. That's kind of funny how that works. Then, if I can cleave, Karlach's just going to swing for the hills over here, try to hit as many enemies as she can. Looks like this is my best shot. Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad. I do have this illuminating thing. Let me put it on him. It says I have disadvantage. Critical miss indeed. He dodged back away from that. Well, Zen is back up, and he does have an action. This guy's full health again. I can't reappear anywhere. What I can do is potentially put both of these guys in a silence bubble, but they'll just move out of it and attack me next turn. I'm going to try to shoot an arrow of transposition right next to this caster. That'll get me away from the wolves, and then I can bonus action punch them into the dirt. Wish I had a little bit more damage, but that was still a pretty good turn. Make sure we end with our melee weapon equipped. And then wishing Karlach the best over here. Polearm, opportunity attack, for sure. It does miss, but that's okay. 22 damage follow-up from that undead. Now all of these bats continue to zoom around. Bite going out on Karlach. God, this is a lot of undead, dude. The werewolf coming towards me is really good. I'll try to charm it. Beautiful, it even worked. However, there is another one close to Shadowheart. It's not gonna move around Karlach, it's gonna stay there. Okay, this might be doable. This might be doable. So Daylight is cast on this guy over there. Is that my concentration? I don't think Daylight requires my concentration. So I am then going to cast, hopefully, a very well-placed Locust Swarm over here in the corner. You know what we're going to do instead? We are going to take this attack of opportunity. That's fine. As long as we don't get feared, I don't care. I'm going to take the bat hit, too. It didn't hit me. Good. And we are going to channel Divinity, turn undead. Perfect positioning to also hit the Vampire Lord. Let's see if it works. He saved the throw. 19 damage to these guys. And they are turned, so they won't be attacking this turn. Jeez, I wish I could drink an invisibility potion or something. Okay, we're going to end our turn right there. Karlach's getting swung at. She'll be fine. I hope this guy runs away from me. No attack of opportunity from Zen, unfortunately. Chatterteeth is about to damage Shadowheart. We will protect from the elements. Claws being used on Zen for 11 damage. Spiritual weapon can act. I should probably start chipping away at this werewolf here. Hey, good damage. 12. I like that. Now here goes the main vampire.
The age of the vampire ascendant is about to dawn!
How am I supposed to... It seems like he's still going forward with the ritual. I have an idea. I thought I still had one of these on Zen. I do! The Void Bulb! We're going to send it to Karlach. Karlach is going to throw the Void Bulb on her turn right on the edge. In fact, I might be able to hit the... Oh, it's not even showing who I'm hitting. I just have to believe in it. Okay, I'm going to throw it right here. Like back corner. I'm trying to pull the vampire off to his death. Fuck that ritual! Fuck that ritual right there! I have no idea how I was gonna kill that guy normally. I hope Astarion didn't want anything from that staff. It sounded like the ritual was almost completed, and I didn't do anything to stop it. I've done nothing to stop it. Well, with the rest of Karlach's turn, we are going to try this menacing melee attack on the werewolf. Oh, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. We now have another swing we can do. I'm going to send it out on this ghoul if I can. It looks like the targeting's a little weird. Can I find him up here? This ghoul right here. Reckless! And I guess we'll end our turn. Zen charmed one of the werewolves already, so he's going to start swinging at the other. Decent damage. We swing again. And then we punch the living shit out of him. Nice. Killed him in one turn. That allows me to go invisible, and then I'm going to move closer to the edge. One of the turned undead moves back further into the hallway. By the way, I think that item that I just used, I've been carrying since the Nautiloid. I'm pretty sure anyway. Maybe I looted it somewhere else. Is Astarion free? Astarion can enter the fight. Oh, it's not his turn. Why did I think it was his turn? Well, The werewolves are still moving around. We see multi-attacks coming out on Karlach. She is feeling the pain. We are going to cast... Actually, my party's kind of spread out in a bit of a bad spot. I could turn undead again, but most of the undead have already been dealt with. If Shadowheart is afraid, what we could do is Spirit Guardians, even upcast that motherfucker. Let's do it. That'll kill the bat next to me. This guy is not in attack of opportunity range. And I can start running towards the undead at the very least. Spiritual weapon still on the other side. Should hold. Oh, just short. Ray of Frost being cast on Astarion, who is just snapping too over in the corner. We will psionically backlash the Misty Step as he moves around the room. Now the spiritual weapon swings on the werewolf for 10 damage. And now the real fun begins. The entire party reunited as the werewolf dodges a reckless hit from Karlach. Can he dodge 2 in a row? Doesn't look like it as he gets taken down. We're then going to push this bat off into the same void that the vampire fell into on the previous turn. That's going to do it for Karlach. Now for Zen, emerging from the shadows with a sneak attack onto Chatterteeth. We connect, following up with a melee to the back of this werewolf and a flurry of blows. Now mostly bats just remaining, as well as the undead that ran down the hallway. We are going to see Astarion open up with a, he can't sneak attack, so just a regular swing into a push on the other bat. He doesn't have a bonus action, though. That's kind of odd. Where'd those bats come from anyway? Are they just not participating in the fight? Oh, here they come. They're running towards Shadowheart. That'll do it. Good job. 6 damage is actually not too shabby. Shadowheart's going to sprint with her main action and just run towards these two. Beautiful damage. Holy crap. And end her turn right there. The summoned weapon can maybe fly around the corner. It's not looking too good. That's the biggest downside to these summoned weapons. Their movement is so atrocious. I don't think I can see that guy in his own stink cloud there. Karlach's gonna kick another bat out of here, but it looks like they just keep spawning. We have a new wave of bats coming in. That's very, very odd. We will fire off a dazzling bolt if I can. The smoke might be too thick. It might interrupt it. No, that looks like it's gonna land. And we'll go ahead and deal that 8 damage to that undead. He's going to die off pretty quick as soon as Zen has his way. Sneak attack, ranged attack. Can I bonus action? I sure can. No one can see me here. 99% chance to hit. With the luck of the realms, we connect for 23 damage. And now it's just bats. If I can't kill a couple bats after this, we are in trouble. Astarion's gonna go invisible and then start moving towards the middle of the room. We can even bonus action to make sure he gets there. But I have everyone huddled up inside of Shadowheart's AoE. So if these bats are gonna move in to try to stop us, we won! I mean, we don't get any loot. And surprisingly, no one's talking. Oh, I didn't even notice the glowing sarcophagus in the middle. Astarion walks up to it. Oh, there we go.
No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
How did he get back in the coffin?
I'm not the one in the dirt.
Oh, are you taking the staff?
One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
Astarion, let's settle down.
Fool, that I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
Stab him in the heart!
Much more than what you made me. Get over here. We can do this.
Do you need... You need me? You can't finish the ritual. You'd kill all those people. We just gave up being a murderer last episode.
If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. But if I complete the ritual, think of the power I'll have. With me by your side, we can save the city. We can save ourselves.
Insight check. Look into his eyes and try to see what's driving this. Is it just fear? We need a 20. Plus 3 with wisdom and... Oh, God! I'm not even sure my eyes work right now. Let's try. I'll do 1 inspiration. 11, 15. I'll do 1 more. Come on, Astarion. That's all you got. That's not going to be enough. 18. Okay, so we don't know why he's doing it, really.
All you can see are those eyes you've seen so many times before, pleading with you to help him.
All right, I want you to live a life you're proud of, Astarion. You can't be proud of this. You're literally going to kill thousands of people if you go through with this all at once. You weren't always under control. You weren't always in control when this guy was telling you what to do, but you are right now. You could do better than that right now, Astarion. Oh, that's a high roll. Oh my God, we got it. We got it. With only a 1 from the guidance, too. It was the perfect roll.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above enjoying this.
Yeah, do it. Do that part. Yeah, do that part. Stab him right in the heart. Oh, he changed his grip. He's weeping, dude. All of the other vampire spawn are being slowly let down.
Is it over? Is he?
What's going on with you? What's going on with all you guys? Yes. Why are you a different color from the neck down?
What does that mean for us?
It means you're free to do whatever you want. I don't know, that does depend. Can you keep your fangs to yourself?
What business is it of yours?
What the fuck do you mean?
Business if you try to feast on half the city. This is just a friendly war.
Yes.
Your choices are simple, really. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be. You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
Yeah!
What does it mean for them?
Now that is a question.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
I don't actually know who they're referring to. There was like 3 people in jail. They deserve the same chance you got? I mean, yeah, sure.
Can't say I'd have done the same, but your choice in the end.
No. He's right. The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here.
This is where it all stops, Astarion. A new path is being forged right here, bud. Yeah, those are the guys, Sebastian. We did right by Sebastian. I mean, we just freed a bunch of vampires, but...
Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe, but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble.
And put on some clothes!
I think we're done here. Let's go.
And that's going to do it for today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, Astarion still has something to say. Let's break his...
Someone there?
His illusion. What do you got, bud?
What's up for discussion?
That's it. He's gone. After all these years, these centuries. It's really over.
How does it feel?
I'm not sure. I feel a little numb. What I've lost. What I've gained. It's all so much. And God, all those spawn. Free in the Underdark. I need some time, I think. Just to let it all sink in. Let's just go. This place reeks of death, and I want to feel alive again.
I'm so happy this guy got teleported back up top. This is the dagger that we used to kill him. Spell save DC for every foe you slay up to a maximum of 3. Possible to inflict bleeding when hitting a creature with this weapon while hiding or invisible. We also have the Saw family ring. I know whose hand that's going on. Astarion equips it. Oh. I did my outro and I was walking out of here. Look who's blocking the path in front of us. We are going to short rest just in case this doesn't go well. This was the person who wanted me to kill all the vampire spawn. I don't think she's going to be too happy with the resolution that we just came to.
You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
Well, I mean...
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime.
Yeah, you hear that?
And our children. What of their fate?
Tell them not to go into the Underdark.
Castore turned everyone we brought him into spawn. I can only assume your children were somewhere in those wretched cells.
That we freed!
In the Underdark, although you may not like what you find. This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell.